All right, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to My Weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 21. This is episode 4. We're going to be talking about Sunday's episode, tonight's episode, what's been going on basically in the Big Brother house, plus toward the second half of the show will be spoilers and everything else. So already we've got AB in the chat, Andrew Morris in the chat. Hello, guys. Tonight everyone's here. We got Deb and Tyler. How is everyone doing this evening? How are your pimples?
My pimples are flourishing more than ever on my face right now. Deb, I think your theory is correct. I think it's because it's just so hot in New York, and we're just like so sweaty, and that kind of like industrial, like smoggy heat is just not working for me.
Summer zits.
Yeah, but these zits are a good metaphor to how I feel about this season so far.
Tell us about it.
I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, guys. I'm really not. I'm really struggling to find somebody to root for. Even the players that are more likable, like Ovi right now, I don't think that he's playing the best game. So it's really hard to like fully get behind somebody yet. I know that we're still like really early with everything, but there's a lot of ugliness that's going on already, and I'm sure we'll get into that. But yeah, I don't know. It's an iffy start for me.
Well, it's beyond ugliness.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's a jackass, so you know. What have they I've been referring to him as aqua shit or aqua dump.
Aqua dump. It's a good Survivor crossover.
Yeah, it's a good crossover because, you know, if you guys follow the Survivor show, I love to talk about my future aqua dumps that I'll be taking on Survivor. So hello, Thomas the Talker and Rebecca Hurley and June in the chat. Yeah, so Aqua Dump, aka Jack, is, first of all, I just want to say that I'm a huge Jason Momoa fan or Moa fan. I'm such a big fan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Whatever.
Oh, God.
And I actually stalk him and his Instagram and his YouTube stuff, and he's actually a wonderful person. And this jackhole is nothing like Jason Momoa. Absolutely. Like, I'm insulted at this point that he may look like him, but he does not act like him. And somebody needs to chop off that frickin' man bun because I'm frickin' over it. Yes, aqua douche. Someone said aqua douche. Yes.
And the thing is that he just grew this hair a year ago. Apparently he keeps on changing his look.
Well, you know, it doesn't match the multiple mug shots that you can find online.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I said in the precast analysis that Jack is like easily one of the hottest guys that we've ever had on Big Brother. I totally retract that statement now because everything that he's been saying,
it just goes away,
and doing, just really, it just like ruins like any kind of sexiness that he had. So
he looks like one of the Menendez brothers in his, you know. In a shot. God. Anyway, so listen, we'll get to Jack Hole. I'm sorry, that's what I'm going to be calling him. Someone said, would Allison get mad if I said she looked a little bit like Christy Murphy, especially around the eyes? No, I like Christy. I don't have a problem with Christy. I don't understand getting AB Google Mendez brothers. Okay. Listen, here's the thing. I don't understand people who come on Big Brother and say they love the game but don't want to make waves when they're HOH. Listen, honey, no offense, I love her to death, but you're gonna make waves no matter what. So just get on the boogie board and ride that shit.
Well, her first HOH performance of the season is just absolutely abysmal. You know, we think of Hayden Moss is a really great example of a Big Brother player who won that first HOH and did what he needed to do, right? Like, he helped build the brigade because people were coming to him with alliances, and he was able to set everything up.
Exactly.
Christy, she has this like huge alliance of 8, which of course like never ever works out. But then like she literally like can't hold her shit in when she's like talking to Tommy at the end, and Nicole walks in and she's like, "What's wrong?" And Chrissy just spills everything. Like, and she's not in this 8. Like she's so like she just like spits out like whatever she's thinking, and she really needs to get a control on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just got diarrhea of the mouth, and just like Sam was shocked. Nicole was shocked. Oh, my mom's in the chat. She just called Jack off. Mom.
That's great.
That's good.
Anyway.
You know what crazy thing about Jack, which I find disturbing, is that nobody has signed any waivers for him to talk about them. No family, no friends, nobody.
That is interesting.
How do we know that?
He said it.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did he say why?
No, I don't recall.
I'll be honest with you guys. I have not been able to watch like pretty much any of the live feeds this first week because I've just
related
been
to the Mendes.
so crazy. So I'm glad that we're getting like the live feed updates from here, Deb, or from you, Deb.
Well, let's get into this episode real quick, guys, because everyone is just dying to has a whole bunch of questions, and we'll spend the first part on the episode, and then we'll get into all the tea that Deb's got for us. His real name isn't even Jack; it's John. Yeah, probably John Menendez. Okay. Anyway, so enough of that. You're muted, Tyler. I don't know what's.
Sorry, I was just like adjusting the pillow, and I didn't want any.
He had a fart.
Oh, he had to fart. That's okay.
No,
We all fart.
Just for you guys.
I fart all the time during the show. Sometimes if I start laughing for no reason, that means I farted and you didn't catch it. So tonight, okay, so we've got the noms, Cliff. We've got Cliff nominated along with Catherine. Catherine is as useless as they come, along with her little non-showmance of Jackson, who that is another one that's getting on my last.
She banged Jackson week 1.
Yeah.
Oh, they banged multiple times, yet Jackson doesn't want to be in a showmance with her. Baby, that's not how it works. You can't bang somebody multiple times before the live feeds start and then decide, I don't want to be in a showmance. And then tell her you don't like sleeping alone and then bang in the shower. It just doesn't work.
Right. It's as if he like thinks that the just because the live feeds weren't on, the cameras were still on and they were still like catching everything that you guys were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to know more about her on the feeds. And we'll get to that.
She's a shit
She's
show.
very paranoid.
Well,
Yes.
She's nominated, and she's not pod material, but her highlights smell like goat piss or whatever the hell she said.
No, that's Christie's. That's Christie's.
Is that Christy? I thought that Catherine was the one who said that her highlights, when they put them in, smell like the bobcat pee. Because I want to know what intern was, because we talked about this last week, Deb, with Ethan. I want to hear that pitch meeting. Guys, we're going to put them in a trailer. Okay, we're going to go full-blown Mississippi on these people. Okay, we're going to put them in a trailer. We're going to put fake vomit. We're going to put fake bobcat piss of all things.
No, it's real. No, it's not fake. It's real.
Seriously, all of this stuff, and somebody's got to go out and get it. Whew.
Where does one purchase bobcat piss?
Yeah.
My question is, one of them was fresh vomit. First of all, who is making this vomit is my first question. And then my next question is, how fresh is fresh vomit? Like when does vomit become not fresh anymore?
And it's got to be a thick consistency of vomit. Maybe they have a bulimic on staff. I don't know. And they just send her Bob's Burgers or whatever the hell they've got out there and a bunch of nachos and said, okay, when you're done doing your binge, let's purge in here. Okay, we're going to saran wrap it and use it for the show. Or
it was incidental when they were setting it up. And because somebody smelled the bobcat piss and completely vomited, they're like, oh, let's use that. Let's use that.
Yeah, either way, like we spent way
Break
too
that up.
long trying to find out which pee belonged to which animal,
Ugh.
which puke belonged to which bucket. It was not a fun competition to
No,
watch,
they're
honestly.
spending way too much time on the competitions. Can we just talk about the veto competition for a second? That was the longest veto competition of my life. Everything was in freaking slow motion. The only good thing that came out of that veto competition was, oh, hold on. Cliff hasn't had this much salad tossed in his face since before he was married. I got to know more about Cliff Hogg III.
I actually had
really
another
did.
quote for you too, Allison.
Oh, please.
Nicole said, "This marinara sauce is in places and crevices I don't even want to mention."
There's a lot of things that haven't been in her crevices.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. But yeah, I agree that like we're spending a little too long on these competitions, especially when this first week has been so crazy. Like I feel like every time I go online and like check like Twitter or Reddit or whatever, something different is happening. Somebody new is crying. Somebody else is gonna be like on the block. Somebody else is going home. And it's just been a wild ride this week. And I just am curious to see like what you guys think about all this, what you guys think about the power. Pokemon in the chat wants us to talk about that as well.
The whacktivity, useless power that might as ridiculous, complete waste of my life to watch.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's another failed twist by CBS that really wasn't thought through.
The thing is, it could not be a fail if Ovi uses that power to his advantage to say, hey, listen, go to Christy, because Christy is scared shitless coming off her HOH, and being a target next week. And also the Jax to go. He can say to her, listen, I have the advantage and I will use it on you if you get nominated.
And so he can still use it, right? So if he's safe, he can still use it?
Yes. If he's safe, he can still use it.
Okay.
After the initial
but you can't use it after the veto, which I like that rule. That to me makes it a little less like overpowered. So I'm oddly okay with this twist. And Deb, you're exactly right. Like this is what Ovi needs to do to get himself out of this spot. And this is
use
why
it as currency.
Like, yeah, exactly. And this is why like he's likable, like he's doing good things, but like I think that he could be doing a better job here of getting himself out of this situation.
And the other thing is, Catherine is continually putting a target on herself by being her paranoid self. Every day, all day, she is still doing it, and they are rethinking, wanting to keep her. And just today, they're all talking about not wanting to keep her, and the only reason, she's staying is because, she banged what's-his-face.
Right. Yeah,
well,
Ovi, sorry, go ahead, Allison.
No, I'm just saying, it's just, okay, so Sam wins the veto, uses it on Cliff because, they have a bond. Like, I get it. I get why he used it. I really understand why he used it on Cliff. I get Christy ugly crying about, I don't know what to do, letting the cat out of the bag about the Kimmy plan. And Jack Hole is just all about manhandling her, telling her what to do. She opens up to Sam. Like, first of all, I don't even get the whole Cammy backdoor thing. Maybe we can get to that in what's been going on in the live feeds. I just don't freaking get it. I think it's stupid. But the way they edited this episode tonight is they made it look like when Christy and Sam were talking, Ovi only came up because he knocked on the door to let them know supper was ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Is that the only reason?
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh, for fuck's
No, I
sake.
think the main reason is that he's been talking
they
too
had
much
already
about the 8.
Yeah, they had already said his name before.
Okay, his
name was floated as a secondary target.
I don't know all the freaking alliances yet. I know we have Grateful. I know we have Bella and Kimmy were joking out about being Rush Hour, which let me tell you something, that was hilarious because it made me think of the Rush Hour movie. You know what I'm saying? So Jackie Chan and what's his name? So I thought that was cute. I like them together. I like Isabella. I like Kimmy. at first I was kind of like, I don't know about Kimmy, and I was really hard on her
Me
in the
too.
draft. But I have to say, she made a comment. My phone's downstairs, and they put it on Twitter on the live feed saying, she said, I hope my ex-boyfriend sells some of my nudes so I can sue him and donate it to something he hates, like Planned Parenthood. I was like, holy shit. I love
That is
it.
fantastic.
love
And
it.
I agree with you, Allison, about Isabella. I want to talk about her for a second, because like the first like 10-15 minutes of the episode, we really got her perspective, which is what I needed to hear from her, because she's really identifying in the diary room, right? Like she's saying that like, I don't want Kemi to go. Kemi is really in my corner, and it's silly for me to take her out. And I'm glad that Christy was like identifying that as well. But you know, a lot of people online have been really harsh about Isabella's game so far, because she hasn't really been about this girls' alliance. She's really just kind of going where the wind takes her. But honestly, like that's what she needs to be doing right now.
And you know, half the time the girls' alliances don't work anyway, because you have people like Catherine, who, you know, as soon as they make the girls' alliance, says that, you know, that she's not going to, you know, be true to the alliance because, you know, because of the boys.
Right.
Oh, God. And these boys, the jack-offs and all of them. Here's the thing. Jack is sitting there telling Christy, you got to get rid of Kimmy. You got to go with your heart. Well, her heart's telling her not to do it, but he just will not let it go.
No.
I'm like, dude. And he's sitting there saying, well, Kimmy's playing too hard, too fast. There's only one person
Look in the mirror
that I really see that's doing that, and it's a big old fat aqua dump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He was just so hot on getting her out, and there's absolutely no basis for it, because she's not a physical threat. She's not a social threat, because she really doesn't have the huge alliance, you know, around her. And the only thing, and she's been lovely, you know, socially, you know, she's not loud, she's not obnoxious.
She definitely doesn't deserve comments made by Jack like, I want to curb stomp her,
stomp a mud hole in her.
Stomp a mud hole. Yeah.
Oh my God! This guy
that he loathes her, he despises her.
Yeah. And also I do want to point out here that I did hear that production actually told Jack that he needs to stop with these comments. So it's not at this point like he's totally unaware of the consequences of his actions, right? So it's guys, I really don't think that he is long for this game, and it's crazy because so many people were really high on him preseason. What's that?
He won't. He needs to go, and he won't. We are in for the Jack show for, I'm going to say, for another month.
I don't know. I think he's pre-jury. I think he could have like a big like Devin type of flame out. Like once like the 8 starts turning on him, I could totally see that.
They already have. They already have. They're all talking about it. They all know that he's a threat and he needs to go. And they're all talking about how, you know, he ran this HOH, and, you know, Christy, you know, she's pissed that he ran this HOH. And and the thing is that she was so emotional all week because she literally was having like a visceral response to the thought of having to get rid of Kemi.
Yeah.
It's not anything, because she doesn't see it's necessary. And that's why, you know, the whole Ovi thing occurred, because she just refused to do it. It just physically hurt her too much to even think about it.
Well, Sam ends up using the veto on Cliff, and now Ovi is up against Catherine. And I just want to say, I even drew that's a broken heart, by the way. I said, Ovi is the replay. And the look on his face hit me in the gut, because I can sympathize with him. I've always been friends with people like Bella and Jessica and Kemi and Ovi. I've always gravitated more towards people like that because they are 100% themselves. Even Nicole, you know, I can, those are the kind of people.
Nicole.
I like Nicole more than I thought I would.
I like Sam. Nick needs to get rid of the 2000 Caesar bowl cut. He looks like fucking Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. I can't take it. Like even without the gel in it, it gets higher up on his forehead, and I had like very OCD moments watching the live feeds at lunch. It was driving me insane.
Like, can he just like poof it up a little bit? You know, do a little D or something.
Ella made a comment about it when she was joking with freaking Kimmy. She's like, I hate his hair. I was like, well, there you go.
Something. Your hair.
I gotta say, I'm really not high on Nick either. Like, I know a lot of people are, and they were preseason, but I don't see it. Like, I see him as
I do like Nick.
I think he's a little bit of a perv. I think he's really thinking with the wrong head a lot of the times in the house from what I've seen from him so far. Pokemon asked us, why doesn't Christy threaten Sam that she will put up Sam's closest ally? Isn't that what she should have done? So I think from what we've heard so far, Sam's closest ally is Cliff, who's already on the block, right? So he's saving him. So I don't know who's Sam's number 2 is. But I do want to talk about Cliff for a second, because I just want to point out that so many people made judgments about Cliff preseason based on how he looks, based on that that cowboy hat and everything, saying, oh, he's going to be the one to make some ignorant comments and stuff like that. But Cliff has escaped being the first boot of the season, which is really good for him. You know, he came in, he said, like, I want to compete for this competition because I know that my archetype is targeted very common as like a first boot, and he survived it, and he's really making some great connections. He gave Rob has a podcast in the live feed updates, like a shout out on the feeds. He wore like a pride hat this past week on the feeds.
I love it.
Yeah, he is such a sweetheart, and he's really self-aware. He's an actual super fan of this game. So I'm really excited to see what else Cliff has in store. I think he's doing a great job at laying low and not making himself more of a target than he is in this group. What do you guys think about him?
I really like Cliff. And I would gravitate towards him too. I could cut up with him. That whole other side of the house that's not in the grateful, whatever I just feel like grateful is full of plastics. Can I say that? It's full of a bunch of plastics. And then you have the real people on the other side of it. Yeah. And for someone like Jack to say, I don't normally, girls like Nicole, was it Nicole or Jessica? I can't remember. Jessica normally aren't allowed to, or I don't talk to girls. They wouldn't
talk to me in real life.
They wouldn't talk to me in real life.
He flirts with Jessica to make her feel good about herself.
Yeah, I'm so glad her husband put.
Yeah, did you guys see that? Her husband posted this Instagram thing, just like calling his ass out.
Do you want to read that, Allison? I sent it to you in the chat.
Can you resend it to me real quick? Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, hold on.
I sent you the link.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab it. Let's see, life coaches. Okay. Okay. Yes, you sent it twice.
No, I sent you a second one.
Oh, there were 2. I thought it was
there was a picture. No, there was a picture.
Okay.
Someone else posted.
So Jessica's husband is not having this crap from Aqua Trash. He said, so, Mr. Jack Matthews, you say you're flirting with my wife to make her feel good about herself. Really? Oh, she's a big girl, so obviously she must have a low self-esteem, right? Wrong. She's a strong and beautiful woman inside and out. That's why I married her. The fact that you can't look past her size to see that says more about you than it does her. You may look like Aquaman, buddy, but apparently you're just a water boy with a beard. Flame on.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't know what the really flame on means. That's kind of a Fantastic Four reference, and that's Marvel. That's not DC, but I'm not going to nerd out here on that.
And I sound like a broken record here, but casting, this is, and I'm speaking directly to casting, I really don't care. This is what happens when you cast recruits who aren't aware of the show and what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if that gets me blacklisted from saying that, I really don't care because
I don't care anymore. I'm done with it. Let me just tell you something. I have come to accept the fact that I will probably more than likely never set foot and cross the Big Brother threshold. So, you know, they've been casting this shit for 20 years. If you can't do a background check and tell when someone's blowing smoke up your ass, Robin Cass, you might need to look for another job.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to let people like me, Tyler, Deb, and a bunch of other people like the other side house. Maybe it's time to let people like us in the house, people who know the game and appreciate the game, are going to give you good live feeds, are going to give you fucking ugly cries in the gosh damn diary room. We will do it. We will bring it. But no, we got to sit there and deal with Holly. Yeah, I said Holly. She's in the house.
Ugh.
You know, that big piece of fucking furniture.
I hate Holly still.
Annalise is fucking whatever with their
Annalise.
Well, Annalise is in the house. I mean, shit. It's so stupid. I mean, I don't care. Look, everybody's going to kiss ass. Jack said and did all the right things. And look, we're all going to say and do whatever we need to do to get in the Big Brother house. But what are Holly and Annalise going to do for me in the Big Brother house?
Nothing. Absolutely.
No,
nothing.
Absolutely.
They're goats with votes. That's it.
Nothing.
They're there for the Instagram followers is the truth of it.
But I'm not surprised because let me tell you something. Allison went to Nashville and went to the open casting call. I stood in frickin' line. They flat out told us, do not talk to other people in line about the game. Don't talk about strategy. Don't exchange phone numbers. Don't do shit. So guess who followed the rules? I did. All the little freaking 20-year-olds around me were taking selfies together. They were exchanging numbers, doing everything they could. So me and these 4 other people that they put in a circle in front of one of the producers was asking them like questions, like, who would you put up in this group? Who would you do? And they all gave these fucking fluff answers. Like they were trying to appease it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I'd put this person up against this person. If I won the veto, I'd get rid of this person. I'd probably backdoor this person. I mean, this is how I would do it. Oh, you put a vet in the house? I'm going to use them as a meat shield. I'm going to ride that shit like Seabiscuit, like Deb says. I mean, I'm going to take care of business. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to do what needs to be done, because I'm not only going to be playing Big Brother for myself, I'm going to be playing it for my family. And I have enough respect that I will be playing it for the hardcore fans of the show who have stuck with it and deserve a good season of Big Brother. Stop fucking casting these pieces of shit furniture. I'm over it.
I couldn't have said it any better. And you think the lesson would have been learned after Big Brother 15 happened?
Yeah, I'm not getting on Big Brother. Who gives a shit?
Also, while we're speaking about casting, we keep seeing these promos for Love Island, and they're being like, Big Brother loves their showmances. Well, guess what's coming up next? We have a whole show based on showmances. Watch Love Island next weekend.
That puts in my DVR, okay?
I'll give you some fresh vomit.
It is
maybe
non-stop.
that's it. They got the fresh vomit.
Yeah.
They watched the commercials for Love Island.
Exactly.
All the people on
coyote piss.
That's right. They got the coyote piss and all of the vomit from Love Island, from all the shenanigans that, do we really want to know what's going on over there? Yes. You know, all the just like, it's basically Bachelor in Paradise 5 days a week.
Let's see, what else do I have? I also want, this is just like a nerdy superfan nitpick of me. I feel like the term backdoor is being really used inappropriately. Quite a lot.
Are they talking about anal sex?
What's that?
Well, they're tossing salads and throwing balls and nut sacks.
But no, so everybody keeps referring to, everybody on the show keeps referring to Backdoor as just being like the replacement nominee if you win, or if it happens after a veto. That is not what a backdoor is. A backdoor is when the person is not one of the people that is playing in the power veto, and then they get nominated after that. So if they are playing in the veto, it is not a backdoor.
And
But
they're
nobody knows
usually
that.
the initial target.
Right.
They're usually the initial target, and it's on purpose that they're not put on the block initially.
It's week 1. Why are we backdooring and playing so aggressively? Excuse me, Love Island. Why are they playing so aggressively and doing all this? See what happens? We're talking about I start burping. Maybe I'll cover the first episode just for shits. I may do it by my damn self. Who knows? But here's I even had something written down here, and I don't even know. It's too soon to backdoor someone. It's too soon to be so aggressive and do all of this bull crap. I mean, come on, you're gonna backdoor Kimmy? What the fuck for?
Right.
Because Jack said so. Like, I'm
Jack's like, we have the power at HOH. We need to execute this backdoor plan. And I'm like, fuck off with that.
And the thing is that a lot of people are complaining about Jack running the show. She had the opportunity. She had his neck right there exposed. She could have put Jack up and backdoored his ass. Well, no, he wasn't backdoored because he did play, but she could have put him up as replacement nominee.
Yeah.
And him packing, because there's no way no one's not voting for him.
Listen, you got to think in the long haul. One of these people are going to come back, so you have to think about that in the long run too. I mean, and it's just, it always comes down to it every year when they sit back later on 2 months from now and go, during week 1 or 2 or 3, we had the opportunity to take this person out and we didn't do it. And they're going to be talking about this, because I don't care what one of you say, that asshole is going to be around for another 6 weeks. He's going to make it to jury. And it's going to drive me in effing sane. I don't care. I don't care. It's just
I mean, I think I think a consequence that the producers definitely have not thought about this, but the consequences of bringing somebody back every season at this point is watered down gameplay, because they're all going to be like anticipating somebody coming back, and they don't want to play like balls to the walls. They don't want to like be aggressive, because they don't want to burn a bridge to somebody that might come back and win head of household. But I think every season since season 15, we've had somebody come back, and instead of it being just like once every like 3 or 4 seasons. And it's too much. Big Brother 20 was going fantastic, like entertaining, like strategy wise, until they brought Scotty back. And then that slowed the game down for like 2 weeks, and everybody was bored to death of it. Same thing last year with Big Brother 19 with Cody. Like when he came back, it was just a revolving door, So I don't see like why. Like, do we need to see David compete in a competition? Do we need to see like if Ovi goes home? I like him, but like sorry, I don't need to see him come back, because he's just going to be targeted again.
Right. And do we want to get to spoiler stuff and get to live feed stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't like spoilers and you don't want to know what's going on and all that, thank you so much for watching. And please come back after you've seen it. 36 minutes in. Look, I timestamped it for you. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the spoiler stuff. So this is my ASMR spoiler. Okay, so that's the spoiler. So from what I understand, Ovi is going home 100%, but there's a flip, a mutiny. Something's going on, Deb. What's going on?
Well, Catherine is doing her same old shit that she's been doing, from day one.
She's crazy.
She's crazy, paranoid, and she's going to everybody, bringing up scenarios of, her demise. And
I can't hear the word scenarios without thinking of
scenarios.
Scenarios.
Scenarios, yeah. So, she's just bringing this up to everybody, and everybody's pretty much done with it. And the other thing is that I do feel bad for her on one thing, that Jack and Jackson are basically, they're kind of gaslighting her a little bit, where they're coming to her and telling her, and they're coming to her at a moment where she is calm, and they're like kind of tag teaming her, telling her to calm down, and with a very like agitated energy. Like they're not calm.
That is the worst thing you can tell somebody when they're panicking is to calm down.
Yes. So they have like a panicky approach to it, and they're telling her to calm down. And the more they tell her to calm down, the more she's starting to get upset, because how can you calm down when you're already calm and the two people coming at you are not calm?
Right.
And they keep on to the point where after they're done with her, you know, she's going to someone else and telling them that she wants to self-evict. She's crying. She's like frantic, you know, and the thing was that she was fine before they came to her. So it's kind of like they're gaslighting her.
Yeah, but do you really think Ovi is not going? I mean,
unless he can use his power as currency, which, you know, he hasn't said anything about it yet. But I think Cliff is planning on telling him that he's going. So I don't know when Cliff is going to tell him.
When's he going to tell him? Tomorrow's the live eviction. I want my shit packed.
Yeah.
I don't trust those people to do it.
Yeah. So I think Cliff is going to tell him. I don't know when he's going to do it, but hopefully he does it in enough time, you know, where Ovi can, you know, do his last ditch effort and use his advantage as currency. Let's just hope that he's smart enough to do that. I mean, he should be, being a super fan, you know, he knows that he has nothing else left.
Let's see. Pokemon said in the chat, Ovi is going home, but Grateful is losing it. Nick and Jack hate each other, and Nick and Bella especially want Jack out. So,
yeah, and the two Jacks don't like Nick, so they're constantly trying to vilify Nick and make him look like a bad guy. And the thing is that he's not.
I can see why. I can see Nick like being the successful one to build a resistance against them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well he definitely has the knowledge on how to get rid of them.
And he has the connections. He has the connections to Sam, Isabella. You know, he can really like build an army against them.
Yeah, because he has connections to both sides of the house.
Smarter players, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, Nick also said, according to the chat, that if it comes down to him and Kemi in the final two for HOH, he's gonna throw it to her.
I think that's a smart move. I do.
Yeah, I would love a Kemi HOH.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. So, you know, there's a lot of nastiness going on in the house. You have Holly and Catherine. They were sitting upstairs in that little, you know, that little area, sitting area upstairs. And a few people came in the house downstairs, and they were kind of noisy. I think one was Kemi and I think Isabella. And they kind of came in laughing and noisy. And Holly and Catherine was like, oh, she's so dramatic. She's such a cunt.
Mm.
Oh my God!
Why?
You dropped the C word. They went the C route.
Yeah. Why?
This is. I'll tell you why, Deb. This is classic. Like the psychology of like mob mentality is so fascinating to me, in the sense that, in the application of this game, right? You know, so the first week of the house, everybody's always like, just as long as it's not me, like I'm so scared it's going to be me.
They have to vilify people.
Exactly. Yeah. They're going to vilify people. And Cliff has said to the cameras, I see what's going on with the bullying with Ovi and with everybody else, and I feel bad about it. However, I'm on the block and I need to make sure I'm not a target.
Yeah. Let's see, another thing. Holly told Catherine that she's sure she lost her job because production forced her to say that all our co-workers were basic bitches in her initial interview. And then, you know, she said that, and then the cameras changed really quick after that.
Well, if you actually watch the gosh damn show, then you warn your boss and your coworker and say, look, I'm going to have to talk a lot of smack.
Yeah.
Don't hold
some
it
sketchy
against.
shit to do. Yeah.
I'm going to be sketch. It's
right.
Gonna
like
be
tell your
bad.
coworkers, like, listen, this is just for TV. Like, it's not, you know. Yeah, so we'll see. One person we haven't talked about, and I think it's a sign of how good their game is going so far that we haven't talked about them, is Tommy. He has impressed me so far.
Yes.
Of course,
Love
like
Tommy.
everybody was really high on his ability to be social, to fly under the radar, to make good bonds with everybody. And we saw him a little bit just being a shoulder for Christine to cry on tonight. But other than that, like, he's really doing a successful job of just bouncing around, making good connections, not stirring the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Not being like the pilot, to put it in Survivor Edge of Extinction terms. He's very capable of being like a good, smart, savvy passenger right now. And that's what you need to do in this first half of the game.
Right.
Another thing that happened that was of great importance is all of the fish died.
I heard about this. Anelda told me. See, they don't even want to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, even the fish
Yes.
are committing suicide.
The fish killed themselves, and they have a fish funeral.
Uh-huh.
And they were singing
heard about this.
Kumbaya and na 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 na.
Mm.
Na, na, na. Yeah.
So much.
Goodbye. Yeah. So yeah, all the fish killed themselves. Well, I think there was like, a disease in the tank, like ick or something like that, and they just all died. They also think that Nick is lying about his job as a therapist and that he's a poker hustler.
I could see. I would
that.
like. Yeah, like if I were in the house, I would believe that.
Yeah. No, you're not there. There's no way you'd be, because I would need therapy after sitting in a room with you as my therapist and that haircut, because
Yeah.
I would need someone to talk me through that fucking haircut.
That haircut is just horrible.
Yeah.
Nick told Tommy that he and Bella hooked up. I think I already mentioned that.
So Nick and Bella hooked up, like,
Pre-cameras,
okay.
they hooked up. And the thing is that they don't talk about it. They were saying about how Bella has a boyfriend at home that she was living with, and she still has her stuff there.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Now I have to
Yeah.
hate her a little bit. Now 2% of me hates Bella.
Yeah. So, and they hooked up and they mentioned it, and everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Phelan said in the chat, Nick has the Tyler haircut. That is so funny.
That is the haircut that Tyler, our Tyler?
Yeah,
dude,
remember I
Tyler.
got that bad haircut a month ago?
Bad haircut, yeah.
Tyler, did he go to the same barber that you went to?
No,
Is
I
that
went to
what
a
it is?
barber like a week ago, and the first thing, like, I sat in the chair, and me and this barber like never talk because he's this like old Greek man, but he's like, shh, who cut your hair last? And I was like,
You call him a white supremacist?
I was like, right? I was like, you don't want to know.
A skinhead. The KKK did it.
Oh my God.
He put the freaking KKK thing on your head and then cut around it like a bowl. Instead of a bowl, it was the little hood.
KKK. Yeah, they put a KK.
Oh my God. Pokemon said, no wonder Nick is my winner pick. He had hair similar to Tyler. This is
KKK haircut. Oh, so bad. We're so wrong.
Well, at least it's getting better now. Whatever. Yeah. I probably need like 1 or 2 more cuts before it's back to normal. Completely.
We can't even see it. It's so dark where you are. Anyway,
here's another reason why I like Bella. Her and Nick are laying on the hammock watching everybody work out.
Yep.
Bella says watching all these people work out makes me want to have a snack.
Watching other people work out makes me hungry too. I mean, even when I'm in the gym and I'm on the treadmill running or jogging or trotting, as I call it, I envision a cupcake,
Exercise,
a cookie. I'm in them like just 10 more minutes, man, and I can go to Gigi's Cupcakes and get that s'mores cupcake, and it'll be okay. Yeah.
One thing I will say, I just like this thought just came to me, but I think Isabella could turn out to be like a Cassandra from Big Brother Canada 4. Do you guys agree with that?
In what way?
So she just has these like really funny moments and like diary room sessions, and she's not like a strategic goddess or anything like that, but she's so funny, and she just says like random like quirky shit, and she's gonna last a long time, and she's gonna be really rootable, and people will just want her to win because like she's pretty likable and pretty funny. You know, that whole like, this just makes me want to eat a snack. I could totally see Cassandra saying that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got married this weekend, by the way?
Oh yeah, she did get married. Her photos were not as good as mine. Just throwing that out there.
No one's wedding photos.
No, like I'm very honest about where my work stands with others. And I'll say like these photographers are a lot better than me, but her photographer is not very good.
Scratchstudios.co.
Yes, Scratch Studios. And here's the thing: Allison has been on a new profile picture quest.
Oh God.
This week. Don't know, God, because then I send my samples to Tyler. No, I don't like the way this looks.
It's the lighting. You have to get the lighting right.
I know. I'm trying because I just want to have a profile picture that Tyler likes, because Tyler liked one of my Instagram photos and I was like, oh shit. And I did a snippet of just that. I'm going to frame it.
Pokemon says in the chat, I could see Sam and Nick as the bro duo that makes it far. He also mentions that Bridget from Big Brother 18 got married this weekend as well.
Yes,
she looks like such a cutie pie. I don't know if you guys saw like the pictures and video from that.
I wonder if that's the doctor that she married.
I think so. I think that's correct.
I love Sam. He dialed it back with the yelling. I told you guys not you guys, but I said last week he will dial it down, and he has dialed it down. And I like Sam. I like that he was someone that Christy could confide in, and she felt so comfortable around him that she just offers up this Kimmy. Now, answer this: Does Kimmy know about the backdoor plan or anything?
She does know now. So I don't remember who told her, but yes, she does know. So, which is good because now she knows to keep her guard up and who she can and can't trust.
Ugh. I'm just so good. So anything else going on in the live
Kim
feed?
says, who do we think would be most likely to nominate Jack and Jackson if they win HOH? I could see Kemi doing it. Like what other move does she have at this point? And I think that she would be peer pressured in a positive way to do that. Like she would get the support from people because people will want her to get the blood on her hands for putting those two people up instead of somebody like Christy, instead of somebody like Bella.
If you won the second HOH, would you do it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
It really depends on my position. Like if I were in that original 8, I wouldn't want to be the one to pull the trigger on it. However, like if somebody outside of that group were to win it, I would be pushing them to make that move. Because I will vote them out, but to get that blood on my hands so early, that's really hard to recover from.
Oh, I don't care. You need to get, but I would nominate those two jack-offs and 2.5s. I don't care. I'd be like, you two are going up, fight it out, bro it out, do whatever you need to fuck it out. I don't care. Win the veto. Do what you need to do to get yourself off the block. I'm sick of the both of you. Jack, you run your mouth too much. And Jackson, you stick your dick in Catherine too much. I'm sick of both of you. You're not doing anything.
Is that your nomination speech?
That's my nomination speech. You're mouthing off too much. I'm sick. Stop popping off so much.
Stop controlling the food.
And Jack, when someone is, when I'm HOH, I don't want to hear the word "we" out of your goddamn mouth one time in that HOH room. It is me. It is I. It is not we.
I'm just picturing all of this in like a nomination speech, and everybody's just like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God!
And this is why Pokemon says.
For me.
This is why Pokemon says in the chat, Allison would be a pre-jury mess. Tyler would be our winner.
Yeah, I would be gone. I would be gone the next week. And you know what? But at least I went out guns blazing and I played the game and I didn't cry and get pissed off. At least I made waves and I did, because when you were in that house, it's like someone said in the chat, and I apologize, I can't remember who. I'd like to see a bunch of Big Brother podcasters in the Big Brother house. Hell fucking yeah. We would analyze this shit to death. It would be fun.
I said in the chat, it would be a very quiet house because we would all be playing so hard, so carefully, so strategically that it wouldn't be like a sloppy mess like it always is.
See, I would be a quiet, sloppy mess.
Oh, I'd be the freaking, I'd be the
No.
loud mouth. Somebody talk to me because
Oh,
I'm about
no.
to flip a table.
No, I would be doing the dirty, underhanded shit to make people fight, and then I would smile and cook them breakfast.
Yeah, I would see. I'm kind of like I plant little seeds and then I water it a little bit and then watch it grow. But then that always comes back to haunt you. So in that meantime, you got to come up with good, real quick lies, so it doesn't look like, like no, you need to lie quickly. That's how it works in the Big Brother house.
Yes, totally agree. But too bad we'll never be cast because we're not Instagram influencers.
Yeah, I'm not an Instagram influencer. I'm not going to kiss CBS's ass. Okay. I mean, let's just be real. I got to put all my energy into this show. I love the show and I want this to grow and I want this to be something that we're proud of and we actually enjoy doing. And
who's going to watch my cats if I get cast next season?
I'll send my son. I'll put my son on a plane. He'll come watch your cats.
All right. I just need someone to come stay at my place and watch my cats.
So, well, who's going to watch my cats?
I'm not watching anybody's cats. I'm not a cat person.
Excuse me? I'm sending Finley FedEx right to you, Tyler.
Nope. I'll send it. I'll put it on the street.
I have a spare room.
He called Finley and it. Where is he? Where is he?
Oh boy. I think that's it for us tonight.
Okay, everyone follow Finley on Instagram. He is an Instagram influencer.
Yeah, he's going to get cast before
he is at Finley's Insty. FINLEYS_INSTI. He has 95 followers. I'm just trying to get him to 100.
Come on, people. Just do it.
I know we all say, and we're going to, if I got in the Big Brother house, I would do this. And this is, and it's easy to say that because when you get there and you start flying under the radar and you're, and do all those things, I get it. But at the same time, I don't want to be a crybaby. I don't want to go out as a floater. I don't want to go out as just a replacement nominee or a pawn that's used over and over again. I want to be remembered. I am more of a take charge leader, but I'm a leader. I'm not a boss. To me, a boss sends their foot soldiers out to fight in the war. A leader goes into battle with his soldiers. And shut up, Tyler. Whatever I do, I want the people on my alliance to 100%. I want us all to be in it together. And if you come in there and get in my ear and start telling me the what to do's and stuff, Aqua Dump, you're done. You're flushed. You're down the commode. Just end of it. Just go out in a blaze of glory. Shit. You'll be on RHAP in a week. You'll be fine. You'll get to hang out with Brent and Rob and Terry. You'll be fine. Trust me.
I can't wait to see who flushes Uncle Dup.
You'll be on what is that MTV show? The
Challenge.
You'll be on the Challenge. You might be on the freaking not Love Island, that other show, X on the Beach. There's possibilities. Just calm down. You'll be all right.
I don't think so. I don't think CBS is going to invest more into Aqua Dump than they already have.
I think they're realizing we fucked up with this.
The fact that they had to call him into the diary room to read him to Phil. Yeah. Tell him to stop being a racist piece of shit. Stop
being an asshole, like a real asshole. Stop. You're being like a true blue freaking
Because so he comes out of the diary room and he tells, somebody that, they told him to stop it. And then he goes and starts talking to Kemi like he's her best friend and everything.
He says he hates her.
He likes her. Yeah. He despises her and wants to stomp a mud hole in her chest. Now he's pretending that he likes her.
So they're wanting to know in the chat, vomit. As of today, who do we think is going to win Big Brother? I think we should answer this question at the end of every show. After the events that have transpired in the week, we all did our stuff and drafts and our picks and whatever. Forget all that. At this point, who do you think?
I'm going to make a note to keep track of this all season long.
You get to be the nerd. You keep track of it. Because Allison ain't giving.
All right. So week 1. All right. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Now, I think week 1, I think I said Nick. Nick has a little bit of a target on himself right now. So I'm going to go with Sam.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Sam. He's a little more low-key in his gameplay, and he's a little less messy.
I think I'm going to co-sign that and agree. I'm going to go with Sam too. We can pick the same person, right?
Yeah.
I like Sam too. I feel like he is kind of a teeter-totter. He's in the middle, but in a good middle, because the cool kids can come talk to him and the other side can come talk to him. And even I would feel comfortable talking to him. And I think that he could fly under that radar, you know, to the point where it could take him. They will start to take notice when it's too late and they are dropping like flies.
If he continues with his attitude and his position, then yeah, I can see it.
All right. So I do just want to pat myself on the back real quick first.
We can't have a show without you gratifying yourself.
Because in our preseason draft analysis, I said that Sam is going to be the next coming of Derek. I was very high on him preseason, where a lot of people were saying that he was too loud, and he's in a good spot in this first week. So I just want to say I know how to pick him, but I am not going to go with Sam for this first week. I'm going to go with Tommy. I think that he is playing an excellent floater game, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, especially early on. I think very highly of Andy as a winner of Big Brother, and I could see Tommy doing the same type of thing as Andy did. And I could see it working out for him because he's easily more social, more charismatic than Andy is. And I could just see that trajectory for him in this game. So somebody said in the chat, hashtag Tyler pats himself on the back.
Tyler gratifies himself on air every week.
Hey, somebody has to.
Somebody has
to. But Pokemon's watching Rob Has a Podcast instead.
Oh, go over and watch Rob Has a Podcast. We love them. They actually are supportive of us, and we're supportive of them. Yeah. Breg Wagamont gave us a shout out on Twitter today and shared our Twitter twat for today's show. So go check them out.
Yes.
I think that is about it. Tomorrow night will be Ovi being evicted. I'm calling it now. Okay, just come on. And they're going to drag out the HOH competition, so we won't know at the end of the show. If we do, I'll eat those words. But I think you guys are off tomorrow evening, and I will be back tomorrow at 9/8 Central with Andrew Gibson and Bill Methling. Speaking of Sequester,
two great people
from Sequester, and Avi gave Audrey and Sequester a shout out. So to keep with the Sequester momentum, we're going to have Andrew and Bill from the show, and I think that'll be fun. Please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. And because you'll get notifications when we go live, and whatever. And like the Facebook page, because we post it there too. You can follow me on Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. I'm on Instagram, the.memphis.darling. And Deb, how can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at MyNextLifeDebbie, DEBI, and also download TV Co on your phone and follow me at Deborah G. And at 11 o'clock in the morning, I will talk about what's going on in the feeds the night before, and I will do some watch parties for Big Brother.
Who did you have on your show today with you doing the live?
That's AC Morris. Okay. He is good friends with McCrae.
Okay.
So he's in that whole McCrae family. So I've known him for 2 years.
Okay.
Quite a while. So yeah, he's one of
cool
people. So,
and Tyler, how can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter.
So anyway, Tyons. That's Tyonzzs.
That's not it. I'm sorry, you can't. After all these years, you can't spell a 6-letter word. But let me help you out with that. So you can find me on Twitter at tlyons, TLYONZZ, and you can find my wedding photography stuff at scratchstudios.co.
Yep, and yes, Kim also for the sequester queen, Kim Matina. Am I saying that right? Did I say it right?
Queen Kim Matina. Yeah.
Oh my God, Kim. I can pronounce your last name tonight. What's going on? But the sequester queen. So
You got queen right.
So tomorrow night will be sequester night on My Weekly Meltdowns.
Yeah, we'll definitely have Kim on at some point to talk with us.
Kim, I'm going to need you. So please send me a DM, direct message for us older ladies, us classier ladies. Have I been drinking? No, honey, I'm not allowed to drink alcohol because this is enough without it.
She breaks out in handcuffs when she drinks alcohol.
It's crazy. Stuff is smeared on the wall. It's insane. So thank you so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow evening at 9/8 Central for the first live eviction. Thank you so much for watching. And next week, we will be back to Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye guys.
Deuces.